Hey everybody, welcome to Review Time What I Slip. I'm MySlip, and today we're going to be taking a look at the Gundam Universe RX-78-2 Gundam. And this is the Gundam Universe 01 or GU01. And I actually found these at my local Walmart and thought they were pretty cool looking. There were three of them. There was this Gundam, Wing Gundam, and the one of the Wing Gundams, and Unicorn Gundam. And you can actually see a picture of them right there. We got Unicorn Gundam, Wing Gundam. I didn't get Unicorn Gundam because it looked the least Gundam-y out of all of them, and I didn't really like its design. But here you have a picture of the back. It's got the posing, the articulation. Well, let me turn this light off so there's less. There we go. Posing, the articulation. There's actually a little blurb here that I've never seen before, so I'm going to read it for you. Beginning in 1979, the universe of Gundam spans over 4 decades, with many diverse tales of war in space and on Earth fought with giant robotic weapons called mobile suits. Gundam Universe commemorates this history with 6-inch scale articulated action figures. Action and articulation! And, yeah. Let's see, this is, it says, store out of reach of children younger than 15 years old, right there. So, yeah, and it's got some really nice artwork on it. So I'm going to go ahead and pop it open because it's really not, and it says ages 15 and up at the top. I just realized that. So, I'm just going to go ahead and pop this out. So, you get it open. This is what you get. You get a clamshell. You get your beam sabers. You get the sticks for the beam sabers. That's a crotch clip to hold them onto a flight stand. The gun. Grabby hands. Not grabby hands. Well, yeah, grabby hands. He comes with the, what do you call it? He comes with his clenched fists by default, I believe. I could be wrong. This is part of the shield, and there's the shield itself. We're going to go ahead and pop this open. So, last time I popped this open, because it has a lot of resistance, everything that was inside went flying. So we're going to be very careful. There we go. So we have our main figure. Zoom back out. Here's our main figure, and he's pretty nice looking. I'm gonna go ahead and bring this a little bit further down so we can have more of a eye to eye. He's pretty nice looking. I'll get the posability out the way. His head is on a ball joint, rotates back and forth. These pieces here are plastic, but you can kind of hear. We'll go over articulation. Bring this up. Turn the. Let's see. Hopefully the light won't. Okay. Just want to make sure we can see the head. The head is really nice. Definitely looks nice. I mean, it definitely could withstand going over the panels with like a Gundam marker or something. I don't know. I don't really know these things. If I'm honest with you, I don't build model kits, but I want to get into that. We'll get into that later though. That's a different thing. But his head rotates left and right. It's up and down. It's on a ball. Let's see. His neck also moves around too, so his neck goes up and down. So you can get him looking down. Let's turn this light off because I think that's a little too bright. You can get him looking down, looking up. Arms are also on a ball. Yeah, they're on a ball. So, even these shoulder bits are kind of on a bit of a ball. So, it goes out that far, rotates all the way around. Oh, I don't like squeaks. Rotates. Oh, another squeak. And there is sort of a double elbow there. Like, no, that's just a single elbow. It's got a single elbow. It's weird because it does move in two places, but it gives you about that much. His hand is on a ball joint, and it pops out, so you can put the other hands in. Which we'll go ahead and do that because we're gonna need the other hands in a minute anyway. So they just pop out. They're on a ball joint. Just pop them out. Okay. Alright, his other arm, the articulation is exactly the same as the first one. Let's turn you this way. Here we go. Okay. His waist, it actually rotates up here. And he does have a bit of an ab crunch. Backwards, forwards, a little bit. Yeah, just a little bit forwards. Actually, a lot of it forwards. So he can look down like even deeper. Or it, I should say it, because I know the pilot is a male, but the robot itself is technically gender neutral. His little plates, they're on hinges that go up and down so they get out of the way. Well, this piece here is just stuck to his butt, so you can get articulation that far forward. Let me bend this down. There we go. That far forward, that far back. It's got a double knee, so you can get a decent what do you call it? A decent bend. His legs are on ball joints, and so we got ball joint there. Nothing here. Foot is on a ball joint, so you get a lot of motion. A lot. And yeah, that's about it. So let's go ahead and we're going to get him armed up. Here's his... Let's try that again. We're going to get him armed up. Here's his gun, which on the box it shows this handle off to the side. So he's got one handle that he's holding one way and one handle that he's holding a different way. But this doesn't move, so you can't get that pose. This moves, though, for some reason. It clips in and clips out. I don't know why that does that. But hey, it's a thing. And that just goes in his hand like so. And he holds it really, really, really well. Even without pegs, it stays in really good. And it looks nice. He's got his finger molded as a trigger. So we've got that. We have... I didn't even go over his details, actually. Let's go over his details. Let's take a look. He's got panel lining everywhere. Like, it's very impressive. I just wish that it had been picked out with something a little bit. And then he's got his jetpack, which is pretty nice. It's non-removable and doesn't rotate or anything, but it's pretty cool. You can take... Oh, no, don't go all the way over there. Shoot. Oh, I just lost one of the fists. I was not very careful. Everything else seems to be where I need it. So, here is his beam saber thingies, and you can plug them in to here, and they hold really nice. I mean, I would think they would go the other way because that's how you attach the beams. Oh, no. Nope, that's right. I'm not sure why they have these little pegs at the end of them, though. But that looks pretty nice. You can take one of them out. You can take both of them out. And take these beam parts, and they actually just... It's a tiny, tiny peg, so please be careful. Stick it in there. And now he's holding his beam saber. I guess that's what it's called. It's a beam. It's a saber. His lightsaber. So you can do that. Don't see any place that you could store the beams on him when they're not attached, if I'm honest with you, but we'll stick that back in here. Maybe sideways? Nope, nope. I was right. So stick them in there. Here's his crutch flight stand. We're going to stick that on there right now. We'll use that in a minute, but it just clips in right there. Gives him a butthole. And then you take this bit and you plug it this bit, and he has a shield, which you can now clip into his hand if it stays on. Clip it into his hand. And it has a little notch here, which actually goes into a little hole in his arm, so that he can hold it like so, which does look good. And you can take your flight stand, which this is the one that came with my X-Transbot's Scourge. So you just plug it in the butt, and you can angle it because it's a clip. It can slide down some, so you can angle it so you can have him like he's flying. Let me see if I can get a good pose with him first before I put him on there. So you can have him kind of flying and shooting like so. And yeah, that's something you can totally do. It works better with the other Gundams, if I'm honest with you, but we'll just stick that back in the box. We'll stick you in the box. We'll stick the beams back in the box. And of course you can store this on his back. Let's go ahead and take this off. Come on. And that can store on the back. Turn this around, and then using that peg there, it goes in that slot there, and you can, on the box it's sideways like this. On the box his gun is sideways. Let's see if I can get the pose that's on the box. Okay, that was like that. That is like ab crunch, downward look. You can sort of replicate the look on the back of the box. I mean, the flight stand would definitely work here. But I find that this sticks on better if you just go up and down instead of trying to turn it sideways. There. If I can just please work. I've gotten you to work before. There we go. If you just put it on straight like that. Okay, and then just do this, and you can see I have replicated sort of the box. Sort of. Not really. But it's a nice little figure. It's got great articulation. It's got a lot of good, a lot of nice extra bits, and you can use a flight stand with it. I don't have I'm pretty sure if you use a flight stand that has, what do you call it? That can move around, that has its own articulation, you can get, damn it, you can get some pretty good flight poses out of this dude. I don't have one of those stands, unfortunately. I was never into flight stands before, and now I kind of wish I was. So that's pretty much it. Let me get some size comparisons for you. Here he is with Siege Sideswipe. Sorry, it is with Siege Sideswipe. Here it is with Siege Optimus Prime. So now that's definitely not in scale because I think Gundams are supposed to be about 50 feet tall and Optimus is about half of that. But whatever, it's still a pretty nice looking piece. I actually do love it. I do enjoy it. I just wish I hadn't shot his other fist into infinity and beyond. But that's a tale for another day. I'm iSlip. Thanks for watching. I hope you enjoyed the video. You can pick these up at certain Walmarts. I think they're 20 bucks. And yeah, hopefully they'll be popular enough where they'll release some of the other Gundams. I honestly want a either Shining or Burning Gundam, Noble Gundam. I'm a G Gundam guy. I like G Gundam the best. That was the Gundam series I started with. I did like Gundam. I forget which one. The first Gundam series that came out, I did like that one as well. That one was actually really good. I wasn't much into some of the later Gundams. Everything just seemed really clunky. But, oh, the hand came off again. Oh, what am I doing? Why am I putting this in the box? I'm not. Don't mind me. I've lost my damn mind. Uh-oh. Did I lose? Oh, I was about to say I lost this butt flight stand thing too. Anyway, yeah, I do like some of the Gundams. Some of the Gundams I can. Yeah, it's neither here nor there. That said, I'm iSlip. Thanks for watching my review. I really didn't know how I was going to tackle this review. And now that I'm done with it, I can say it was not a success. Ciao.